Welcome to the food fight on 1130, a Ben Franklin-inspired culinary battle in the heart of the Cumberland Valley. Franklin County has lots of wonderful food, and Food Fight is our way of sharing the flavor. All season, we'll be traveling in and around routes 11 and 30, and throughout Franklin County to find the best food. Now let me introduce you to our foodies, Scott Hershberger and Geof Lambert, two accomplished eaters of Franklin County. Let's see what they have in store for us this month.
Good afternoon, Geof Lambert here at Pat and Carla's number 3 on Main Street in Chambersburg. Today we're here with Wilmer, who's going to show us how they make a meat lover's pizza. Okay, Wilmer, why don't you walk us through the process here?
This is it.
Little dough. Okay, now is that dough? That dough made fresh daily?
Yeah, I make it fresh dough every day.
Fresh everyday dough. Okay, then we stamp out the dough. This is going to be a large pizza or a
yeah, large pizza.
Large meat lover's pizza.
Yeah.
Now, when you're making the meat lovers, what all meats do you put on top of the meat lovers?
I put pepperoni, ham, sausage, and the bacon.
Pepperoni, ham,
meatballs.
sausage, bacon. Oh, and meatballs.
Meatballs.
Oh,
yeah.
Homemade meatballs?
Yeah, I make meatballs every day.
Oh, okay. What kind of meatballs do you make?
I make it a ground beef.
Ground beef? Okay, do you put a little pork in your meatballs at all, or just all ground beef?
Yeah, I put a little pork in there.
Little pork in there. Okay. Fresh pork and meatballs. Okay. So this is stretching out the dough. Do you? Oh, you stretch that out all by hand? Can you throw that up in the air, or is that is that legal here?
Yeah.
Whoa! Look at that. Okay, cool. So we stretch out a large dough. Okay, and the sauce. Okay. Is there anything special about the sauce we ought to know?
Well, yeah, it's only based on pepper, sugar, salt.
Okay.
Yeah.
And cheese. Cheese a big ingredient of this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there it goes down the cheese. Oh, and here comes the meat. Okay,
the meat,
so
yeah,
pepperoni. Do you have a specific number of pepperoni that goes down?
No, just pepperoni.
Not to interrupt your counting, but if you were counting, but you just kind of eyeball it. You just do a little bit of the coverage part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's the phone ringing off the hook. Somebody's already calling. What time do you guys get busy in the night times?
Like 4:30.
4:30?
Yeah.
How many pizzas can you do on a busy night?
Like I make it like 100 pizzas.
100 pizzas?
Yeah.
Holy moly, that's a lot of pizzas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and is meat lovers one of the most popular varieties of pizzas?
Yeah.
That's one of the popular ones?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
Okay.
I put sausage.
Oh, sausage, okay. Crumbled sausage.
And I put the bacon.
Oh, bacon, okay. Boy, that is a lot of meat.
Yeah. They're good pizzas.
Okay, that's a good pizza. Oh, and a little ham,
Little
too.
bit ham, yeah. And I put a little bit extra cheese on the top.
Oh, extra cheese on top. Okay, you can never have too much cheese. Okay, ooh, that looks good. Okay, let's walk through the meats again one more time. So I see we got pepperoni in there.
Pepperonis, sausage, meatballs, ham,
okay, ham,
and bacon.
And bacon.
Yeah.
And then some extra cheese.
And a little bit extra cheese.
Okay, extra cheese, and got a little border to the pie, and then into the oven it goes. Okay, and how long is that going to bake in the oven approximately?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes in that oven. Is that a pretty hot oven?
Yeah, very hot. 450.
Okay. How much?
450.
450.
Yeah.
Okay, 450. And going to sit in there, and you got to turn it around once in a while to keep it evenly cooked.
Yeah, I turn it around.
Okay,
yeah.
keep it in, keep it out. How many pizzas can you cook in the ovens all at one time? You got 4
I
in
got
there?
4. 4 and 8 together. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you could go 16 at a time if you really wanted to.
Uh-huh.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so now here's one of the pizzas that we already cooked. Okay, you want to cut this one up so we can all have a little sample of that one? Ooh, that looks good. Okay. How many slices do you slice to?
8 slices.
8 slices.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go in half, half again, quarters, and 8ths. Okay, wow. And then we grab a little paper plate. We got to see how this looks. Okay, Meat Lovers Pizza. Okay. Let's see how this looks. I do love that. Okay. Great job. Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Really good.
So we are all ready to go next Tuesday. We're going to be battling it off. I think we got a very good competitor here, and I'm looking forward to the food fight next Tuesday.
Good afternoon, I'm Scott Hershberger here at Rosalie's Fabulous Grill in Chambersburg. I'm going to speak with Joe Annealy today, and he's going to walk us through how to make a margarita pizza here at Rosalie's. So we have Chef Paul here ready to get to work. Take us through the process. How do we start on the pizza?
All right, well, the first thing you got to do, you got to make sure it's nice and floured up. We don't want the pizza sticking to the oven. Our dough is made daily. We let it rise for a couple hours. That way it's nice and soft. It's not too hard to work with. You know, it maintains elasticity and stays real soft as it cooks. So what he's doing right now is just rolling out the crust, and then as he works the dough, he's going to work it out.
Okay, so the dough's made each day, and you make enough for kind of how many pizzas you think you'll have throughout the day. It's ready there at the start of the day, and then you pull out a new one.
It's tough to say. You know, some days we do about 50, 60 pizzas. Other days we only do 20. So we pretty much play it by ear. You know, the mixer's always ready. We kind of play it by ear.
Okay, and obviously, you know, you see the images of the pizza, and you got to stretch it and toss it and everything. It starts with that small little circle there, and then he stretches it into, I guess we're making like a larger size here, obviously. That's
yeah.
I guess the handwork's pretty important.
Yeah, it's real important to make sure that you got your hands positioned properly as you stretch it out, because you got one finger sticking out the wrong way. You know, you're gonna punch a hole in it, and you either gotta patch it up or start over.
Well, it looks like we got a nice solid piece there. I'm gonna add some sauce. Obviously, that's an important part of pizza. But tell us a little bit about the sauce that's used here at Rosalie's.
We use fresh ingredients: San Marzano, tomatoes, a couple of different spices, some fresh basil, garlic. You know, it gives it a real nice flavor. Try and get it a little thicker. We don't like our sauce to be too runny.
Okay. Very authentic Italian flavor, obviously.
Absolutely.
Here, very popular Italian recipe. All right, so you got to make sure that's spread out all throughout the crust.
Yeah, you got to do enough that it's not too much in the middle. Otherwise, all the sauce will sink to the middle as it cooks. So we got to get an even spread of it.
And obviously, part of the margarita pizza, he's adding some mozzarella. I'm gonna guess that's a pretty fresh ingredient as well.
Yeah, fresh mozzarella. We get all our cheeses from Grande. It's one of the biggest, cheese companies for pizza shops and all around. It's real fresh stuff.
Great. All right. So the recipe for margarita pizza, it's almost kind of similar to like a bruschetta, I guess. You've got mozzarella, you've got the, I see some fresh basil over he's going to add, and then that cheese is going to melt and kind of spread out over the top of the pizza.
Absolutely.
Great. All right, and pizza's a pretty popular item here at Rosalie's?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the wood-fired oven gives it a different kind of taste for the area.
Yeah, it's unique. And when you come in, it's one of the first things you see as you come through the door. You see the fire in there, you see the wood burning, and it just makes it a unique taste. Do you know, just people that don't really know, people advertise like a brick fired oven, something like that. How does that change the taste of a rather conventional oven? Well,
a conventional oven uses gas, electric heat, so the smoke as it barrels through, there's no smoke. But as the wood burns, like we use apple wood for ours, as the wood burns, the flavor from the apple tree, it kind of distills into the pizza, so it gives the crust, it can make it a little crunchier just because it's fire right there, but at the same time it changes the flavor a good bit too.
Okay, well, it looks like he's waiting for us. So what are we going to do next here with the pizza?
Go ahead, Paul.
There it goes in the oven we were just talking about.
He's going to lay it down in the oven. One thing with the wood-fired oven is you can't just put it in the oven and just let it sit. Because there's a fire going, you got to turn it, so we got to keep an eye on it.
Okay. About how long does it usually last in there for an average pizza?
Average pizza, we could probably get one done in like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Looks like he's gonna, as you said, he's gonna turn it here. I can already see in there, it's looking good. It's getting a little bit of a golden brown flavor. The one side has, the other one doesn't have it yet, so.
Like I said, he's got to turn it a few times.
You got to get it in there pretty far too, it looks like, as well.
Well, it depends. Pizzas are best kind of closer to the fire. Helps the crust get nice and done. When we have bowls and stuff, we put it off on the opposite end because we need the inside to heat up. Because we can't just toast the outside and have the inside cold. The whole word of mouth thing has worked out really well for us.
All right, well, it's been in there for a few minutes now. It looks like Chef Paul's turned it a few times. Looking forward to seeing it. Now, the basil, does that get added after it comes out? So if I'm going there, going to Chambersburg, this is where I got to eat. So you've got these locations that when you get there, you've got to make sure you make at least one stop at your favorite place.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right, well, it's been in there for a few minutes now. It looks like Chef Paul's turned it a few times. And looking forward to seeing it. Now, the basil, does that get added after it comes out?
Yeah, because if we put it in now, it's just going to burn up.
Okay,
Whereas
that
if
makes
we let
sense.
the pizza cook a little bit, once the cheese gets nice and moist, it'll actually stick to the cheese. So when you're taking a bite of the pizza, you know, it's not falling apart.
And that cheese that we saw is put into blocks, but that'll actually melt and like kind of spread across the top of the pizza? Great. Oh, that's looking wonderful.
You can see now, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. All right, so, and obviously this one's got a lot of sauce in it as well, so it's good you said you use all those fresh ingredients because you're going to be definitely tasting the sauce. So now we're just going to add some of the fresh basil. Yeah, it's looking wonderful. All right. What's he adding right there? Some oregano maybe?
Yeah, just some oregano to top it off.
All right.
Usually with a traditional oven, you can just put the oregano on whenever you make the pizza. But in this case, since it's got a fire burning, like the basil, it'll just burn up. So we got to do it afterward.
Do it after. All right. Well, that's something people might not think about, but definitely makes sense. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you definitely can smell it. I know you can't smell it there on TV, but it's got this great great aroma. You can all the fresh ingredients, especially that basil coming off of the pizza. So, anything else we should know about the ingredients here? Looks like we got a complete pie.
No.
All right.
Rule of thumb is fresh is best.
All right. You think you got the best pizza here in Franklin County?
You know, I would definitely put my money on it.
All right, well, thank you so much. I'm here with Rosalie's this time, and we're hoping the Team Scott and Rosalie's are the judges' pick for a food fight on 11:30. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Here we are at Cash's for a special back-to-school edition of Food Fight on 11:30. Tonight, Team Geof has brought us Meat Lovers Pizza from Pat and Carla's 3. And Scott has brought us a Meat Lovers Pie from Rosalie's. I hear they're both mighty meaty and also mighty tasty. And I'm mighty excited to try them for myself. But before we do, let's meet tonight's panel of judges. We have here Angie Lynch from the Cassius Foundation, Josh Bound, Cassius political science teacher, Reed Miller, Cassius photography teacher, David Hoffeditz, a senior here at Cassius, and Maria Gonzalez, also a senior here at Cassius. So, thank you judges for helping with Food Fight on 11:30. As always, we'll be judging on appearance, taste, texture, and aroma. We'll be starting with Pat and Carla 3's Meat Lovers Pizza. So please wait until all the judges have a slice. Then you're free to start tasting, judging, and formulating your opinion. Bon appetit! Okay, there's our first bite. So what's your opinion after that first bite, Angie?
It's decadent.
Decadent?
Meaty and decadent.
Going
It's the
for
perfect
more.
combination of meats and cheeses.
Well, Rosalie will be glad to hear that, I'm sure. All right. Josh Bound takes his first bite.
Well, I like the crust. The crust
The crust?
It's not too thick. It's not too thick. It's not too thin.
Okay.
The crust is actually pretty good, and I like. Tastes like they have oregano splashed on, as well as a nice topper.
He's lifting it to his mouth. It's in his mouth. Well, Reed, what do you think?
I think it's a full-flavored meat pizza.
But you only had one bite. How can you tell?
Just from the first, I had the pepperoni, I had the Canadian bacon, and the cheese also just comes right up to the top of the meat.
David Hoffeditch. He's got his mouth full. A young man can really give you a really fine opinion on this pizza. What do you think, David?
It's still pretty good. Got some of that sausage in there and some spices. Definitely a meat lover's pizza.
And here goes Maria Gonzalez, a senior student at Cassius.
It made like a perfect party in my mouth. Because you have the pepperoni, the Canadian bacon, the sausage, the cheese, the sauce, and then the dough. It's a party.
Let the party begin. That is good pizza. Maria.
Wow.
Wow.
This has a lot of ham and a lot of, I think, sausage on it. I just want to eat it. I don't even want to talk anymore.
All right, here's David Hoffeditch, a senior student at Cassius.
There's a lot going on with this pizza. There's so many flavors in your mouth. There's a lot of sausage and a lot of ham that I can taste.
Now here he is, ready to take his first bite. There it goes. Oh, you almost missed it. Oh, I'm glad he caught that. You can just see how he's enjoying that pizza.
I really noticed the ham flavor coming out in this one. Along with, look, it has a taste of meatballs in it. Meatballs, which is a nice touch.
Very good.
It's definitely a two-handed pizza. I wouldn't attempt to do it with one.
You've had the first bite. What do you think?
It is, yeah. The sauce isn't as overwhelming as I thought it would be. The crust is mainly there to hold the toppings. If you like toppings, this is the pizza that you should go with.
Angie Lynch. By the way, she's with the Cassius Foundation, so she has a great job here and doing a very useful one here. First bite going down. What do you think, Ange?
The surprise for me is that it's not at all greasy. I assumed because it has so many meat products that there would be a layer of grease, and not at all. It's very flavorful, very good.
That's a meal in itself. That is really good. Now, judges, I'm going to pass out your ballots. We're judging for appearance, texture, taste, and aroma. And the system is very simple. It's a very happy face, a neutral face, an unhappy face, or a very unhappy face. And once you have judged, please return your ballots to the envelope and seal it. Now, both of these dishes were really delicious, but I can't wait to see who our judges preferred. Stay tuned to find out. Well, the judges have tasted pizza from Pat and Carla's 3 and from Rosalie. And the judges have selected Pat and Carla's 3 as the winner. Congratulations. But as always, you be the judge. Come on out to Pat and Carla's 3 or to Rosalie's, or both, all this week to experience what our judges have tasted. Simply show up, ask for the Food Fight special, and taste for yourselves. Then go to my Facebook page at facebook.com/FCVBen to share your thoughts, or simply leave us a video reply on YouTube. We'll see you for the next food fight on 11:30. For the challenge that time will be the sushi. Be sure to catch the results in the full episode on my Facebook page Friday, October 26th, or on WJAL TV 68 on Sunday the 28th at 8 p.m. So thank you, judges. Thank you, Pat and Carla's 3, and Rosalie's, of course. And thank you, foodies Geof Lambert and Scott Hershberger. Thank you, Franklin County Visitors Bureau. And last but not least, thank you, ProArts Advertising and Production.